YouTube has changed my life for the better. Now you may be asking yourself, is she some huge YouTuber? Does she make money off YouTube? The answer to both of those questions is actually no. As of right now, I have less than 1,000 subscribers. Last time I checked, I was at 777. So maybe seeing that specific number inspired me to share this story with you all. Definitely inspired me to keep going. But I'm not monetized, I've not made a single penny from YouTube AdSense. I'm not even eligible yet, and I have not had any paid sponsorships. However, with that being said, I 100% think YouTube is worth it, and I'm gonna keep going. Whether you're watching this video because you also have a small channel and you wanna know if it's worth it to keep going, maybe you're thinking about starting one, but the numbers frighten you, or maybe you're just curious. I'm gonna share my story from the beginning, and then we'll jump into all of the reasons it's worth it and all of the ways that my life has been changed. I've always loved to create art my whole life, whether that was drawing, whether it was performances, putting on choreographed dances for my family as a child, or organizing talent shows for them all to watch. The creative knobs have always been spinning around my brain. I never really made videos as a child, but I think that is mostly because I didn't have access to a video camera or camcorder. I am a 90s baby, so while there was a semi-abundance of cameras, film cameras to be exact, until I think the year 2000 when our family got our first digital camera, I didn't have a lot of access to create home videos. My family did own a camcorder, and I remember trying to make videos, but it seemed like it never worked. It was always broken, or anyway, that's what my parents told me, perhaps to keep me from using it, but I legitimately think it was broken because all of our family videos date back to when I was like 2. I don't think there are any home videos with my little sister or brother in them. I was a bit of a creative director as a child. I actually didn't realize this until I uncovered this fact with my friend the other day, but apparently every child did not go around organizing photo shoots and styling them. I remember my first camera was a Barbie film camera, and you all, this camera took really bad photos. I wasn't the best photographer at the young age of kindergarten, first grade, but the photos were fuzzy. It was a cheap camera, but I saved up all my money for it and was so excited going to the store to buy it. My dad especially encouraged my creative endeavors. He was a creative himself, and I remember him loving to use his camera. He primarily took like nature type photos because he was, a tree loving guy. Any creative endeavor of mine was always greatly encouraged growing up. So even though I bought my own camera with my own money, my parents would always buy me film and pay to get my film developed, so I just felt like the world was my oyster. I would have my little sister and her friend, I would do their hair and makeup and style them in different outfits and do like quote unquote editorial style shoots in different locations around the house and neighborhood, essentially because I wanted to use them for my magazine, and I had the whole idea of what story these different photos were gonna go with. I would also dress myself up in multiple outfits in multiple locations and make either my little sister or one of my neighborhood friends take a bunch of pictures of me, whether it was for my album cover, one of my magazines, etc. I do remember having a friend where we would write out these little movie scripts and have these ideas to create these movies. However, it never came to fruition, again, probably just because we lacked a camcorder. I really think if I had a camcorder, there would be little home videos of me doing all kinds of things and all kinds of shenanigans. So even my early teenage internet content, if you could call it that, I think it was like MySpace and some Facebook thrown in, was pretty much all just photographs. And I think that's because that's pretty much what we saw happening then. So I guess you could say I started my YouTube and video journey a little bit later than some. Well, a lot later than some, because my first ever YouTube video that I posted was in 2018. It's very cringy. It's still on my page, but it is very, very cringy. And it was a Fashion Nova try-on haul. And I remember I had so much fun filming it too, but it's just so cringe to me. I actually used used this camera to film it. This is not a camera to be filming things. This is my first ever well, the Barbie camera was my first camera. This was like my first personal digital DSLR camera. It's very much a beginner camera. I think I got it for my 18th birthday from my parents. I feel like the ones now you can do video on, these ones were not really made for video. So while it could record video, there was no autofocus. So anytime I would move, I would just become extremely fuzzy and blurry, and it would switch off after every few minutes of video because it just wasn't made for video the way that a lot of these digital cameras are made for now. In fact, all of my videos up until my iPhone 12 unboxing were recorded on this camera. I have privated most of them, but I'm amazed how many videos that I recorded on this. It was mostly during 2020. I think after that video in 2018, I didn't come back to YouTube until 2020. But in 2020, until October when the iPhone 12 came out, I was recording everything on this camera, which is crazy because it was taking me so long to film on this. We're talking the process was hours longer than once I switched over to my iPhone 12, that it's amazing that I stuck with it. So if you are questioning whether or not I love this, that should be your answer. For real, even with these better cameras or iPhones or different equipment, it still takes a long time. On average, to edit a video, it's a good 8 to 11 hours. That may be long. I keep trying to make the process faster, but I also try to learn something new and get a little bit better every time I edit, so it just doesn't seem to speed up at all, but I truly enjoy the process of editing. It's one of the things that I can do, and I lose track of time. And I don't by any means think that I'm a good editor. I know that I'm a very, very basic editor, but it is something that I enjoy doing, and it's been such a fun thing for me to learn. So after 2018, yeah, it took until 2020 before I was really back on YouTube. A lot happened in my life between then. I got pregnant later that year in 2018. I had a child. My relationship with my child's father fell apart. I had my child in 2019, so it was just a lot going on. I had been wanting to do YouTube the whole time. I just had to get my life back on track. By 2020, my kid was, you know, a little over a year, and we're in the pandemic. Like, we were at home. So that's when I decided to go hard on the YouTube. I have privated most of my videos from that year just because I feel that they don't resonate with who I am. I will be honest, I was really trying to just grasp onto what I saw other people doing on YouTube and kind of mimic those videos. So I was doing a lot of beauty videos, a lot of try-on hauls, etc. And I mean, that's not to say that I don't like shopping and trying stuff on. I do enjoy doing my makeup, but I do it more as a ritualistic practice than a makeup tutorial or like a review. Some of them are still up, but for the most part I've privated on because I was really just grasping on to whatever it seemed like other people were doing. At the time, my goal was to become a full-time YouTuber, and I was kind of just copying and pasting these formulas and trying to make searchable content to attempt to achieve that goal. I think I really did that till like 2022 before I just got absolutely burnt out and was like, no, like I don't want to do this. Maybe YouTube is just not for me. I'm not growing. I'm really not getting views. I don't want to do this. And I don't even remember what my subscriber count was at that time. I think it was below 500. But anyway, I burnt myself out. It was the end of 2023 when I came back. I made this video about cycle syncing. It was based on a couple of books I'd read and just research that I've been doing. So I deep dived in and I just created this informative vlog that shared my life cycle syncing, the benefits of it, etc. Just after a long hiatus where I was like, I'm done with YouTube. And I got this itch to go back to YouTube and to share this. This was the first piece of content that I ever made where I was actually just thinking of an original idea that I wanted to make versus trying to copy and paste a formula that I thought would lead to success. And I had a few videos at the time that would hit over 1,000 views. My unboxing of my iPhone is still my most viewed video. But for the most part, my videos were not even hitting 100 views. I still have videos that aren't hitting 100 views, to be honest. But I was kind of expecting that this video would do like that, but I just purely made it for the art. It's still one of my favorite videos that I've made thus far, but it actually did, well, okay, by my standards, it hitting 2K views was like, okay, like I thought I was posting this into a void and people must rock with it because here we go. So that was what kind of lit the fire under my butt, try not to cuss, to want to really come back to YouTube. YouTube and just do it differently and do it my way. I still don't know that I have a quote-unquote niche, but I no longer feel like I'm just making videos for no reason. That being said, one of the ways that YouTube has upgraded my life is it has helped me redefine my passions and interests, because I went through that phase where I was simply making videos that I thought could be popular or that I thought other people would like versus leaning into what I really love. Because I went through that and I went through that burnout, it actually allowed me to realize that even though I enjoy beauty as a hobby, that's not really me and that's not really who I am. It allowed me to see, like, right now I'm really into wellness, hence the cycle syncing video. I'm also just really into documenting my life in somewhat of a diary style and attempting to figure out how to make that into a story and just learning how to, I guess, be better at storytelling. I wouldn't have learned that about myself if it weren't for these videos I've made and finding what really caused me joy versus what caused me to feel stuck in a rut. And I'm so grateful that I learned that, because now I can really just hyper focus and tune in on the things that I do love. It also leveled me up just because learning a craft is so precious, and the fact that I've been doing this for so many years, on one hand I used to be sad that I hadn't blown up. Now I'm actually happy because my videos were really bad. I would say, like, especially during 2020 when I was just trying to spit out all these try on hauls, I wasn't improving my craft at all. The sauce was the same, the quality was the same, it wasn't leveling up. Now I really try to do, if anyone's read Atomic Habit, if I get 1% better per video, I'm happy. If we get a little bit more percentage than that, I'm a little bit happier, but you feel me. Learning a craft over such a long period of time in a world that glorifies instant gratification, there's something so beautiful in that. It reminds me of years ago when I was a teenager and I was learning yoga and how I, like, slowly would get better. So it wasn't until months and months and months after my practice that I saw this epiphany where I was like, oh, I can do this now. That's how I feel with YouTube. I can see the growth. I can go back and watch my first video and then watch a more recent one, and it's like, holy crap, like, these are two totally different skill sets. And again, I'm still not a professional by any means, but seeing that growth is beautiful. Learning how to tell a story. When I used to just film something, it would just automatically be like, okay, let's make it chronological. Are my vlog style videos perfect? I mean, no, not yet, but I can see that I have more of a storytelling aspect to them. Just learning how to make videos more interesting to a viewer. I don't know what it is about this, but it really excites me. The next thing that I really want to learn is how to frame scenes, especially B-roll, and put that together, maybe with voiceovers. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to unfold yet, but that's kind of my next goal. On top of being able to see my skill set improve, it's a personal growth too, especially in the videos where I have sat down and talked. I would say that the cycle syncing is probably one of the first videos where I truly got vulnerable as well and talked about something that wasn't surface level and did things like come on camera without makeup on in parts, etc., when I wasn't feeling 100. And just to see the way that I have grown and blossomed as a person is amazing. YouTube is also great because it allows you to document memories. I don't make a ton of mommy-daughter vlogs, but some of my very favorite vlogs and content, even though they get the least amount of views, are the vlogs where it's me and my daughter doing something together. She will ask to watch them all the time too, and it just allows us to hold on to these memories that we have. Just allows us to hold on to these memories that we have together. I also have a couple of travel vlogs. They're older and very cringe, but they're from trips that I've gone on with my best friend, and just to have those to look back on too, and those memories of those fun times and have that documented and in a space where it will last forever is just something that is so unmatched. I have learned now in vlogging that I don't always want to capture every single thing, so I try to be like more intentional with what I decide to vlog. So even if I am going on a trip, I'm trying to frame it in a way where I may vlog a little bit of every day, but I'm not constantly thinking about the content, so that way I can still enjoy my life in the moment as well. This one might be kind of silly, but it has allowed me to collect a lot of data about what looks good on me as far as colors, outfits, shapes, makeup styles, hairstyles, etc. Even angles. This one was a hard pill to swallow sometimes, body image wise, but I'm so grateful that I have that data, especially when I was doing all the try-on hauls. A lot of them have been privated again, but I'm able to go back and see this shape doesn't look good on me, this color doesn't look good on me. It makes shopping and putting together outfits a lot faster, and I'm still learning every day. It's like an everyday learning curve, but it's so nice to just be able to know like this is not a good style. Pastels and me are a no-go, and it makes the shopping process quicker, especially in a world of online shopping. Another huge benefit that I have found from YouTube, you get these meaningful comments and connections. While I haven't made any friends off YouTube yet, I hope that I will make friends off YouTube. The comment section is just so much more meaningful than I've seen on any other social media, and I love being able to read your comments and connect with you guys. I also feel like on YouTube you have more of a lasting place on the internet than with TikTok or Instagram, where things are really relevant for 48 hours, at least in my experience, and then it kind of falls off. It's like this piece of art that you create or this documentation that you create is going to last. People can continue to find it. The way that I view YouTube has shifted a lot since I returned. When I made the video that was kind of me coming back without any formal announcement of me coming back, my soul couldn't stay away. I came back with such a different mindset. When I started, I really just wanted to get monetized and be a big YouTuber. And I mean, I still want to, of course, who doesn't? I would love to get monetized. Let's manifest that for this year. However, that's no longer my goal or my driving force. My driving force is truly just to create and to take up my space on the internet, push myself out of my comfort zone and do something that I enjoy doing. So I kind of had to just fix my mindset and realize that even if I am just posting into a empty void, I'm okay with that. I hope that every video I make touches at least one person, and at least one person can gain some companionship, relatability, or encouragement, something out of it. But my mindset now is really that it's okay if they don't, because I'm here, I'm doing what my soul wants to be doing, and that is at the end of the day what matters, because who knows what these skills that I have learned and picked up during this time, where that can take me in the future. I truly believe that everything happens for a reason and everything is divinely aligned. We will end up where we are meant to be. Nothing you learn is ever wasted. Nothing about this journey is wasted, whether I blow up or not, whether I stay small and never make a penny. Like, nothing is wasted, and there is a reason for all of these skills and what I am doing here on this earth. And anyway, that's all that I really have to say today. If you are a small YouTuber, just know it's worth it. Or if you're trying to start a channel, it's worth it. Even if you only have 10 subscribers, it's worth it. That's all I have to say. Ciao.